There are Ashtamadas, 8 types of egos. Ego related to knowledge, progeny, wealth, property, wife, Putreshna, Dhareshna, Dhareshna, Lokeshna. So all different kinds of madas and pride we have. 2 ways of doing it. First is, we need to compare ourselves with creation. This earth is so vast. In that America is one continent, in that USA is one country, in that Texas is one state, in that Austin is one city, in that this Judea center is one center, in that there are 300 people, in that I am one person sleeping on my cot. How insignificant I am in comparison to this creation. And then we go to the next level. This earth is one among the solar system. The solar system is one among so many in the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way galaxy is one among so many in this entire universe. This universe is one among the so many multiverses that exist. Now the word multiverse is becoming popular. The scriptures have said that in so many millennia. And that entire manifest universe is 1/4 form of the supreme divinity. It means that 3/4 of the divine principle is not even manifest. Only 1/4 is manifest, which is these multiverses. So where am I in comparison to this entire thing? And then I should say, oh, God should do as I want. What God is if He doesn't do what I want Him to do? Where are we and where is God? What right do we have to expect anything from Him unless we do what we are supposed to be doing? This is the first aspect of showing where we stand. The second aspect is, what is ego? Ahamkara. What is ahamkara? Yesterday somebody asked me, the antahkarana. Manas, Chitta, Buddhi, Ahamkara. The fourth, it's also an aspect of the mind. What does it mean? Ahamkara means body identification. Aham, akara, ahamkara. We get ego because we identify ourselves with the body. How temporary is this body? How useful is this body? How perfect is this body? What kind of junk has... If we analyze, this body always gives junk. It takes the best, gives out the worst. That's the way the system is planned. That's why at least in our actions and thoughts and words we should give out best. So when we have pride about the body, what is there in this body? As Swami had said, this body is made up of 1 bucket full of lime water. Iron equal to 2 nails. Phosphorus as in 1000 matchsticks. And fat equal to 2 Lux soaps. This body which is made up of these components, why should it be given so much of value that everything else becomes secondary to it? So when we have these two, this is one is ahamkara, one is mamakara. One is ahamkara, when this ahamkara and mamakara, like for Arjuna, Krishna said, please throw it off. That is when we will be able to sacrifice ourselves. The problem is we are looking at the solutions outside. There was this granny who was looking outside on the road under the lamp for something. So one passerby asked her, Granny, what happened? She said, no, I have lost my pin. So he said, okay, I will help you. So he started looking for the pin. After some time, the pin was not found. So he said, Granny, where did you lose the pin? His granny said, I lost it in my house. But there is no light there. There is light on this road. Here, so I am searching for it here. We have lost ourselves, our problems, our peace in our own mind. We are searching for the solutions outside. The solutions to our problems lie inside us. They do not lie anywhere else outside. And that is the biggest problem that we face, because we are distinguishing between our spiritual life and our secular life. But for that, we need to make efforts. Just as the sugar cane has to be crushed in order to get juice. This watch that we are wearing was a raw metal in the mines, in the womb of this earth. It went through so many processes before it became this shining metal here. Before the jewelry that we are wearing, the gem in our chain is a small speck of mineral, again in the womb of earth. It went through so much of process and shining and this, that and the other, that it has been able to adorn our neck. Similarly, we are aspiring for the highest. It does not come without the efforts that are required in order to achieve it. We have to be putting the efforts of sadhana. We have to be putting the efforts of self-introspection. We have to be putting the efforts of consistent practice. Otherwise, it is not going to come. Just like singing requires practice, walking requires practice, talking requires practice, dancing requires practice, Spiritual presentations here require practice. Spiritual progress also requires practice. We all think with death all our problems will get over. Paramahamsa Yogananda had said that if death is going to solve your problems, come let all of us go and collectively die. Death is not going to solve the problems of the mind. Death is only going to solve the problems of the body. The mind will continue as it is. If it is agitated, that's why I said you should die a peaceful death. Because if you die an agitated death, this mind will create more havoc. So the whole objective is to ensure that this mind gets calmed down, that all the problems of the mind are solved in the mind, and all the problems of the mind are not taken with us in the forward journey.